Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me for this collaboration. This is put on by Bourbon Creek Crafts, who is Beth, and Stampin' Cat also joins us on Instagram. And this is a small pad collaboration. So smash those small pads, you pull something out of your stash and you smash it. Now this one, I hope you're not tired of seeing this. This was sent to me by Not Too Shabby Shop. I did some process videos and I did just a project share, but then it was sitting out and I thought, that's it, I'm gonna smash it. I'm still going strong with it. It was sitting here, so I went for it. I still had that problem towards the end. It's 24 double-sided designs. You know, you get down to the end and you're like, how do I use these small pieces? So I'll show you what I have left. The first cards I made were not leaning into the patriotic. So I made birthday and a lot of other things. These are much more patriotic. I do have a retirement card in here I'm going to show you. Okay, so for some of these, I used the Jess Crafts template. I'm not sure if template is the word she uses. And this was, I think, number 13 with the triangles. It was interesting because I felt like a new crafter. And I have a couple of these where I messed up. I tried to layer, well, I think on one, I tried to layer under the part that would sag, and instead I built this part up across here. So, you know, they turned out fine, I think. So I have Celebrate America. That's from a stamp set. Then I pulled out some ephemera. I got into my red, white, and blue stuff, and I did make you a video of that too. Hats off to the USA. This girl is from this paper pad, and so I just put her right here on this pattern. This geometric is a little strong for me, but I think she stands up to it pretty well. Stars and Stripes, these were some puffy stickers that I had in my stash, and so I pulled those out. And then Happy Mail that one of you had sent to me, I think it's like painted chipboard. It's just very nice, and I love it on this background. It really pops nicely. Oh My Stars, so the same idea as this card, but I used ephemera from, I think, a Pebbles pad. This is from that same pad, 4th, and then I added some stars that were with the other puffy things. And again, these are all the Jess Crafts template. And I just love the pugs in this paper pad. So I have a pug here and some jewels to bling him up a little. And then here I have a pug on a circle, on a die cut circle, and I had a little oops with my measurements, but I think it's still kind of fun. You might not have even noticed at first. This one's 3/4, this one's half. Pretend I planned it that way. Here's another one with little squares. Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts does this a lot, and I see her do it and think, I'm gonna do it. This cute polka dot is from the correlating pad that came with this one. It's more solids to mix it up, but I just love this with the florals in this pad. Oh, love them. America the Beautiful. This is from the Pebbles ephemera pack that I had, but it plays up on the flowers. And then I just added some bling right there in the center of the flowers. I love this one. It is so simple. It's ridiculous, but I love how it turned out. This is a blue, are we going to call it marbly paper from the corresponding pad. And then I cut strips, and I didn't really know what to do with her, but this scrap was already cut so that she lost her legs, but not her head. And I can live with that. I love it. I don't know if the dimension really shows in the video, but I love how that one turned out. Let It Shine. This was from the Pebbles ephemera, and I put it on red cardstock and then just cut around it a little bit. Okay, this is my retirement card. I'm making the assumption that no one from my real life, my work life, watches Crafting and Relaxing and hangs out with us. But if you do, you can't talk about this until July. So this is a retirement card for a pug lover, and I do not have any other paper that has pugs in it. So I thought about, is it okay to use a patriotic paper for retirement? Sure. I think it is. If it's a pug lover, it's okay. So I covered up the middle of the paper right here, but have the pugs on each side. And then I fussy cut these little tiny ones out of another piece of paper where they were smaller. And then I have the die cut that says Happy Retirement. And then on the inside, I have another tiny little pug right there. I think for a pug lover, that is pretty perfect. I had a lot of trouble with the shapes and sizes. You know how I talk about if you've never used a die cut together and a certain set of embellishments? I was having trouble because this is the only happy retirement die I have. I don't think I have a stamp or anything, but I didn't want to make the piece of paper so wide that it covered up the pugs at all. So I just rolled with it. I don't know if it works, but I think it worked in the end. Then let's finish the cards and then I'll show you. Let Freedom Ring, and I just let those gorgeous papers sing for themselves and just put it across the bottom. Land That I Love was a sticker, I think from an Echo Park paper collection, and I put it on there and then I was like, okay, some red stars and I'm done. I didn't want to cover it up or do anything. This one, you know, sometimes you just don't feel it. It was a big sticker. I put it on red, went around it, but this paper is almost like a violet blue, maybe. So I had a little trouble when I got to this paper and started pulling out all my other blues. I don't know, I'm weird like that sometimes when you get into the violet blues. And then I put some puffy stars on it. I'll use it, but it's not my favorite one. Then I am obsessed with these florals. I mean, are they not amazing? So I made a little envelope, and when you open it up, you can see, oops, he kind of lost his head, but he'll be okay. And then the tuck to hold it closed is one of the blue flowers from this paper collection. And this paper is really sturdy, so it holds nice. You might not be able to pull that off with all of your papers. Then I had this relax and unplug thing that was on the counter when I started pulling out my red, white, and blue. I don't know why it was in red, white, and blue, but it was. I thought this would be amazing on a journal page. So what I did here was I took all of these flowers and this last pug that I wanted to hoard, and I didn't glue any of them in. I just tucked them in here. And then I think what'll happen is I'll put this on a journal page, or it'll become a journal page or something. I'll probably cut this down, and then this will be attached to the page here. So there'll be a pocket behind there, and then this will be a pocket. And then I'll probably use the flowers and stuff on the facing page to tie it all together. You know, sometimes I think double page layouts, you can't take it out of me, that scrapbooking or tie it together. But I just loved this stuff, and I was looking at this last piece of paper thinking, I want this. So I didn't make a card with it. Then here are my scraps. This is what I have left. I have this paper, clearly was a lot for me. And then the back doesn't have my blue. It didn't speak to me. So I had a little trouble, had some of that left. And then I have some florals left. I was thinking of making my sister's birthday card with some of these florals, and then maybe get into my stash and use some of these roses for her birthday card. I don't know. I'll have to see. I might think of something else. And then this is what I have left. See, it's almost all the same paper. And then a couple of her. I used some of her. I was trying it, but she wasn't my favorite. And then one tiny little pug just in case I need him. So that's what I have left. I'm calling it smashed because real life calls, and when this video is due out in the morning, I will be at work. So there is just no more time. I normally would be in bed about now. And I am thinking that if I get my room clean, I was not going to go to Scrapbook Expo, but those of you who it has come through your area, you talked about it, Annie showed some stuff, some different people did. Oh, I want to go. Plus some of my friends are going. So what I was thinking was, if I get my room clean this week, then I'm going. If there's room to put stuff on the counter when I get home, then I think I get to go. What do you think? All right. Be sure to check out Beth here on YouTube, Bourbon Creek Crafts, and Stampin' Cat on Instagram. The links to them are down below in the description box. Pull a pad out of your stash and smash the whole thing. Go for it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.